Tell us your story, sir.
Well, I had to jump in the water off Jones Park, off the CB base actually, and pull this guy out of the water. He was attached to fishing line in the water, had it wrapped around both legs. And so I cut him out of the water and brought him home, and he had fishing line wrapped around each leg, but one of the legs was swollen up about 3 times bigger than it should have been, and the fishing line just cut right through it. I through so much of the leg. And I took the fishing line out, and this was a couple weeks ago. He also had 4 hooks in him that I pulled out, but they weren't very consequential. But the fishing line, I took it out, but that was a couple weeks ago, and I feel like it should be healing up better than what it is. The look of the leg has gotten better, but it still looks kind of disturbing to me. And so there may be line still in there, and I just kind of...
Were there any hooks in the mouth? Did he line it going into his mouth?
No.
Okay, that's good news.
Yeah, there were hooks in his feet, one in his breast, and another one somewhere else. I can't remember where, but there were 4. And so, you know, he's got very little use of that leg. He tries to stay off of it, but he can use it to balance. Mm-hmm. And I can see him move it a little, but most of that muscle is disconnected. And,
that's pretty funny, Doc. He said that bird's got a big pecker.
I just need you to confirm for me that it's healing up properly, you know?
All right, well, you're going to grab this end?
Sure. I can hold it. And the leg really was like swollen. The feet were like swollen and like pushed out, and the leg was just huge.
What antibiotics are we using?
Baytril.
Okay.
And it might be just fine. It might be healing up just the way it needs to. I just, I need a second opinion other than just myself. Oh, I see fishing line. Or is it feathers?
Using forceps or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that look like fishing line right here? Or is that feathers? That looks like fishing line to me.
Take a step to the right. Like to the right.
Oh, no, feather. See, the feathers made it difficult for me to see if there was any line in there or not.
Oh, well.
I got you, buddy. I got you. It's okay. Let's really look here.
It's easy for you to say. Something's still going on in there.
That's what I thought.
Go get those suture scissors. Right there in front of Danica.
It's okay, buddy. This pain that we're putting you through, it's gonna be worth it, okay, man?
Oh, these are good suture scissors.
Mm-hmm.
They're not yours, are they?
They're sharp.
It's okay.
I am missing a pair off my desk.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They feel like different steel. Pakistani.
Oh, God, I'm good.
How long has it been?
It's been a couple weeks, 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, this should
The
be healing
works
better
well
than
out
this.
of the refrigerator. Please. Mm-mm.
Not 100% sure there's something in there, but it should have healed better than this by now.
Could it just be all the feathers that were in there preventing it from...
Is it a female?
I'm not sure. You know, I usually just look at their size and...
Doc, you know you're married. Knock that crap off.
Well, I just didn't know if it was like a juvenile or a female. It's just got an odd like coat or.
It is a juvenile, but I usually just tend to think that the males are smaller and the females are bigger.
Okay.
I don't think there's any real way to tell without going in there and looking. Which I still wouldn't even know. It's okay. I know this hurts. We have to make sure. We just gotta make sure.
No, I didn't, not that far. Not that far. Yeah, I'll wait it for the- I already did.
It's just so hard to tell. It's like
Yeah.
on the
Keep thinking
skin.
I'm grabbing something.
And then it's like feathers.
If it's anywhere, it's right there. I don't think that's.
Oh, it's shaking.
You're doing good.
What kind? Did you get the line off of it, or
Mhm,
did you?
yeah.
Was it a braided line, or was it just a single
It
like
was
monofilament
yeah,
stuff?
it was a monofilament. There were
Okay.
actually several lines. It had a couple of different lines on it, and it was just like it was like a rat's nest of line around each one of its legs. And I had to like cut through multiple layers of line.
Yeah, I got it.
There you go. That a boy. My hero.
Oh my! Oh my God! Is that scab?
Looks like there's some line in it because when I cut the piece, the whole thing came off.
Ah, yeah. It seemed like there was something still around it that was preventing it.
Mm-hmm.
Get there, Marty.
Oh my gosh! I sure hope we just got something out there.
All right, let me try to feel for one more spot just in case.
Sure, go for it while we're here.
Yep, feel bone. Okay, no more line.
No more line.
So we get a piece of white tape and a little bit of gauze.
Good job, buddy. Good job. It's okay.
Doing good.
Take a break.
Let's look inside of here. Let's check out the rest of you. The glottis is a little red. See how red his glottis is?
Uh-huh.
How long has he been on Baytril? The whole time?
Yeah. He gets about 15 to 20 milligrams in the morning and then another later in the evening.
Okay.
I've been keeping him dry. That might be why his throat is irritated. I might start giving him more water now that he's been to see you, but just for the sake of keeping this from...
So you're not using water-based stuff? You're using tablets?
Yeah, I use tablets and I just shove it inside like the fish's mouth, and then I give him fish, and I make sure I get plenty of water in his mouth like every time I give him a fish. So he's not, totally dry. Just the last couple days I've been taking him out of his enclosure and hosing the leg off, and that's when I really noticed that it wasn't looking good. Okay, wow,
Where's the
cool.
line at?
So I can just set him here. Set him on back in.
Yep.
Okay.
Good job, buddy. It was braided. Yeah.
Wow. Mark, I
Oh.
really risked my
How's your foot?
life.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Did I just stepped on it?
I really
All right,
risked
that
my
wasn't so bad.
life to save this thing. When I had to go get in the water, there were like 20...
I swam not to get one off a pylon. I can tell you, I know what you're talking about.
There were 20 CBs standing around watching me go down a ladder and like go through all these rocks and swim out into this dark, murky water. And they were like, this guy's an idiot.
Now, the bad news is, because I can feel that bone, some of those ligaments might be cut. Okay, so we'll have to see how it heals.
I'm pretty sure he'll never have complete use of that leg, but I still think that he could be fine if he gets a partial use of it. Even like this as it is, he's using it to balance on.
Okay.
And like he kind of mostly hops on that one foot, but I felt like something was still in there.
As
and
you
that's
saw, we
what
pulled
was-
it out.
was
That's
causing.
something in there.
Man, I'm
Cool.
so glad we
Got
did
it.
that. Yes.
Yay!
That feels so good now. Thank you so